What's up, guys? Welcome to Knockers on the Bottom. I'm your host, Jay Mill. Jay Mill, if you like. So let's get into it. This week, the Cowboys play the Washington Commanders. As you notice, for the first time in a lot of episodes, we don't really have any video breakdown here. The reason why is because I feel like it's actually probably counterproductive because a lot of the players that are playing in this game aren't players who have played all season. I mean, Adam Schefter tweeted out today that Trey Lance, was probably going to get the start or at least significant playing time. That's different than we've seen all season. The only film and footage we really have on him of significant size is preseason. And kind of the same way across the board. I know the Commanders are playing for a little something. Parsons is playing because he's trying to get, double-digit sacks for another consecutive year. But there's a lot of guys who are kind of on the fence who are probably either going to not play or play very little. So it's just really hard to break down film and predict to you guys, hey, this is what we're looking out for. This is a normal game plan on a normal week. This is what we would do. This is what we wouldn't do. But just want to still talk to you guys about some of these things. So before we get to that, we've officially hit 50 subscribers. So to make it fair to everyone for the giveaway, because I am going to give something away, what I'm going to do is tell you guys, hey, Thursday of next week or Friday of next week, that's the episode that we're going to give away the Cowboys-centric prize. So I'm going to be building it up over the next few episodes, kind of reminding you guys every day right at the beginning of the episode so that, if you're busy and you kind of tune out a little bit, you don't get everything, at least you'll know, hey, this day, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. So this is the first day of that promotion, but that's happening. Also, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you know when I'm coming on, because when we get to 100 subscribers, we're going to do this again. So if you miss out at this time, we're going to make sure to do it again, and we'll always periodically have giveaways. And the other thing that I ask is whoever the person is that wins the giveaway, please make sure you comment below so that everybody knows, hey, this was a real giveaway. Somebody actually won something. It wasn't just someone saying something and then being like, hey, I did it and somebody won and nobody knows who it was. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, tune in every day. In the beginning of each episode, within the first 3 minutes, I will remind you that this is going to happen. And when that giveaway happens, it will happen within the first 5 minutes of that episode. Randomly, but it will happen within the first 5 minutes of that episode. So what I'm kind of looking for this week, I know Cooper Rush has a playtime incentive, which is going to be pretty interesting to see how the Cowboys work that out because he has to play 55% of the snaps for the season in order to hit his $500,000 bonus. So if the Cowboys kind of sit him in order for Trey Lance to get some playing time this week, and then because of that he doesn't hit his bonus, that's kind of crappy. So, I wonder how they're going to work that out or if they're going to end up paying Cooper Rush anyway. We'll see how that pretty much goes. Some of the other things I'm looking for this weekend is for Jonathan Mingo to actually get a pass that matters. Looks like a lot of the times when he's been open over the last couple of weeks, the passes have been bad. And then he has caught a pass for 12 yards. But last week he got open behind the defense. Pretty much would have been a touchdown, and Cooper Rush overthrows him. And that's about the second or third time that's happened since he's become a Dallas Cowboy. Not saying that he's going to be a world beater, but I kind of do see a little bit of something with Jonathan Mingo. We'll see how that goes during the offseason. We'll see how that goes during the draft process. Right now, one of the things I'm thinking about is how to make this Cowboys team better, specifically the offense, especially if some of the rumors are true and Mike McCarthy might be coming back and Zimmer might be coming back. If that's the case, I do think Zimmer is going to get a lot of reinforcements on defense based on people being injured and coming back. I think DeMarcus Lawrence is gone, but you got a young guy, Marshawn Nealon. Towards the end of the season, depending on how it goes, you'll have an Overshown. You got a Maris Leofau. You have a Micah Parsons. So he has a lot of pieces at his disposal, especially since the Cowboys already signed Donovan Wilson to a deal, and they already signed Malik Hooker to a deal. Deron Bland's coming back. Trayvon Diggs is probably going to be back, towards middle of the season as well. So we'll see what they do. You'll have Mozzie Smith there. Don't know if they're going to keep Osa. But Zimmer has a lot of pieces. So I'm thinking offensively, what do we do? Do we add a receiver so that defenses can't roll coverage over to CeeDee Lamb very, often as they do now? Do we add a running back to the backfield early in the draft? I know we're going to add one no matter what, but I'm talking about early in the draft, like an instant playmaker, instant game changer. Somebody that's almost like Zeke was in his rookie year. Do we add someone like that to take pressure off of Dak Prescott? Do we add a three technique? Since Osa might be leaving in free agency, do we add somebody there, or do we say, hey, we have Micah Parsons as that ultimate chess piece, and honestly, on third downs, we can line him up at three technique, and we re-sign somebody like Golston and kind of have him play there with Mozzie Smith, and then maybe draft a guy later on day 2 or day 3 to develop in that position. So just a lot of different things going on. So I'd like to see someone like Mingle take a step. I'd like to see more from Schoolmaker. I'd like to see more from Jake Ferguson, especially during this game. These are their last reps of the season. It's a very tough time for me. This is, I kind of touched on it before with you guys, telling you it was the next to last episode. I appreciate not next to last episode, next to last game of the season. And then I appreciate all these games because when they're gone, they're gone. And nothing like rooting for your team. I mean, I'll still be watching Super Wildcard Weekend and Divisional and NFC Championship and Super Bowl. And, I'll be breaking all that down for you guys too. Like I'll pick winners of the week going in, just to kind of still have us on a normal schedule. But it sucks to not, break down a Cowboys game after this week. So, I'll be really appreciating the bittersweet moment of the Cowboys playing their last game of the season and not being in a tournament and seeing if they can do something that they haven't done in about 30 years. So with that being said, I don't know who's going to play for the Washington offense. I mean, I'm hearing rumors that Jaden Daniels is going to play, but really how much? I don't think Terry McLaurin is going to play that much. I mean, I think the running backs will, like Robinson, but then again, the Commanders are down Austin Eckler, and Robinson's been dealing with a few injuries. So how much do they actually want to play Robinson? You're probably going to see more of their backup running backs, McNichols and some of those guys playing running back instead. And, they've got an older tight end, Zach Ertz, so I don't think he'll be playing that much. On defense, they got Deron Payne back, and Jonathan Allen. But honestly, Payne was dealing with injuries throughout the season, and so was Allen. So how much do you want to get them going before the playoffs? You're going to have Dante Fowler out there. You're going to have Dorrance Armstrong out there rushing off the edge. But if the Cowboys do end up playing a quarterback like Trey Lance, he's probably going to be very mobile in this game. I expect it to be a very heavy read option game as far as the Cowboys offense versus the Commanders defense. I do expect it to be fairly the same for the Commanders, considering that their backup quarterback is Marcus Mariota. So it's just going to be weird. It's going to feel like a preseason game with a lot of the odd combinations and lineups. And whatever we see in the first drive of the first quarter is not going to be what we see by the time we get to, halftime and after that. So just kind of wanted to make sure I hopped on, though, because I haven't been on in a couple days. And, normally I come on with a video breakdown, but with the last game of the season being so odd, I don't think there's much usefulness to it. Now, you guys can change my mind. If you get in the comments below and you say, hey, man, where's the video breakdown? You email me, you hit me up on Twitter, say, hey, man, where's the video breakdown? I promise you, when I get on tomorrow, I'll do a video breakdown. I'll throw up the game plan. I'll throw up all the different stuff that we've seen. I'll try to go find some San Francisco 49ers film of Trey Lance, and see how he ran some plays as a starter and kind of mix it in with some of the stuff we've seen with him coming in with the Cowboys over the last couple of seasons, and then I'll go try to find some Commanders offense and defense as well, and I'll show it to you. But all in all, it's a tall task, trying to find those things at this late in the season when the game is not really a meaningful game. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. You can hit me up on Twitter at JMillerIYL. That's JMiller if you like. You can also hit me up at knockersonthebottom@outlook.com. Again, knockersonthebottom@outlook.com. You can also hit me up at knockersonthebottom@gmail.com. I'll take, comments below, questions, anything specific that you want me to cover. I'll take them here. I'll take them via email. I'll take them via Twitter. Roll it up into a mailbag, make it a formal segment. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Love you guys. Thank you guys so much for getting us to 50 subscribers. Like I said, we'll be giving something away here either Thursday or Friday. So make sure you tune in every day. I'll keep announcing it until we get to the day. But until next time, I'm your host, J Mill. J Mill, if you like. This has been Knockers on the Bottom. Peace.